I'm back. It's day 2, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do some sprouts with some brown lentils. So this is my first time. I'm a rookie at this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I've done so far. So I have soaked them overnight, but I think it's only about, because I went to bed late last night, so I think it's not quite 8 hours yet. So I'm going to soak them a little bit longer, but I did forget something. And what you're supposed to do, I should read it beforehand, but I didn't. So what you should do is soak it in either 2 tablespoons of lemon juice with the water or apple cider vinegar. I didn't do that. And what that does is that releases the phytic acid that helps to break that down so that your body can get the minerals that it needs and the fiber or whatever from the lentils. So I kind of thought that was interesting, but I thought it was important to put out. So it does say, soak your lentils for about 6 hours or overnight in either warm water with a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. And so the soaking the liquid needs to be slightly acidic because it will neutralize the phytic acid and free up the minerals for your body. So I just thought that, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do it now and then soak it a little bit longer. But I had to be creative with my jars. These are jars that I had my raw sauerkraut in. So I've got a lid from my, I dropped everything. So I got a lid from my mason jars, just the round lid. And I also got these little things that I had for my jam. And so what I've been doing is, this is a little bit too small, so what I had to do is I had to put a little piece of tin foil, which I don't like to use, and then so that it fits snug. But what I'm going to do, and I just rinsed these, I'll actually show you on another one, but I did rinse them and wash them with my hands. I just slowly, like you basically put your hand in, you drain them, you put some more water in, and you kind of swish them around with your hands gently to get rid of the shell casings or whatever that have let loose, right? So I've already done that with this one. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I'm telling you, I live in a tiny apartment, so I would love to have a big country kitchen to be able to do this, but I don't. You do what you got to do. Okay, so here we go. So, apple cider vinegar, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. 1? That's about 1.5. Okay. And then I'm just going to stick my hand in, since it is my lentils. Stick my hand in, and then I'm going to put the lid back on top. So I have to be creative with this because I don't have any mesh. So I have to see if I can fit it in so it stays on. See? You do what you got to do. Okay, so that's that one. Now let's do this one. This one's already been rinsed and drained, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to be a little bit more careful because I think the last one I might have put a little bit too much vinegar in it. Okay, so I'm just going to wiggle it around, wipe my hand. Geez, I even tell you that I have to wipe my hand. Oh, I'm trying to be professional. Anyhow, that's that one. And I have this one, another jar. And I'll put so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this in here for 2 hours because I did soak it overnight. It was already soaked overnight. And like I said, I mean, I am a rookie at this. I have never done my own sprouts in my life. Okay, so this is one that I did. I drained it, I rinsed it, I swished them around very softly to get rid of the shell casings, and then put the lid back on. But what they need apparently is they need air, moisture, and the apple cider vinegar or the lemon juice. So, and then apparently you leave them like this for I think it's 3 days. You do this every day, 3 times, 4 times a day, right? Where you rinse, you drain, and you redo them. So I'm thinking, I've seen them do it with plastic bottles. I use glass bottles, not plastic. So I'm not really sure if there's a difference, but I think with plastic bottles, they might maintain a lot more moisture because the glass will dry out, you know? So I think what I do, not dry out, but you're actually, what am I trying to say here? With the plastic bottles, it stays really, really moist inside, and it doesn't with the glass, because I noticed that the top part of the glass actually is dry to the touch, but in a plastic bottle, it would keep that moisture. But I don't like to use plastic, so glass it is. So I drained it, I rinsed it, and then you just leave it in here like that. You put the mesh back on it. It has to get air in there. That's why you use the cloth instead of a metal lid, right? So listen, I'm a rookie, but if I can learn, anybody can learn. So, and that's it. And so I'm going to do that, and then, you know, I kind of like when they're all over the sides like that, because then I can actually see them sprouting. So I'm going to leave it on the side like that, and then I'll come back in 2 hours and I will do it again. I will rinse, I will swish it around a little bit and drain. Okay, so, and the only reason that I'm draining it more today is because of the fact that last night I went to bed late. I had some issues taking place at my building, and so yeah, I went to bed a little bit on the late side, and so I wasn't able to get a full 12 hours with this, right, with the soaking. And you have to soak them before you sprout them. I mean, I don't know why, but it says you have to soak them. I think it's to soften them up, because I remember when I was in grade school, and we used to they taught us how to do sprouts, and they would take a wet paper towel and they would put it on a glass jar, and we would put the seeds in between the wet paper towel and the glass, and it would sprout. So oh my God, I'm going back to my youth. Is that senility? Okay, so I shall see you. I think what I'm going to do is, because I already showed you this and I told you that you do it 3 or 4 times a day, and you do that for 3 days. I haven't seen any sprouting starting, which is natural, because I just soaked it, I think 6 hours, right? So hopefully tomorrow I will see some breaking of the shells of the lentils, and I'll start to see some sprouts. But I will bring it back and I will show you that on perhaps another video, because this is a learning process for me. So I shall be back tomorrow. The good Lord be willing.